I'm Cristina Echavarría, and I'm the Executive Director of the Alliance for Responsible Mining, ARM. ARM's mission is to promote the responsible production of gold by artisanal and small-scale miners all over the world based on the demand for ethical jewelry. Artisanal and small-scale mining today is a livelihood for over 30 million people, usually the most vulnerable people in the world, many women, many children, unfortunately, who recourse to small-scale mining as the only way that they can live. It has many problems, but if it's well managed, it can become a source of wealth and livelihood for many, many, many people. There are problems in relation to social and environmental aspects. For example, there's a lot of women miners in this sector, and they don't have equal rights to the men in many cases. There's also, of course, a lot of child labor, and it's one of the worst forms of child labor. But in many cases, it's child labor working with a family. So we have to create alternatives for those children and better schooling systems so that they don't stop studying. Another of the major problems of gold mining is the use of mercury by the artisanal and small-scale miners to recover the gold. Another problem is there's a lot of fragmentation in the supply chain. So the small-scale and artisanal miners are at the bottom of the pyramid, and you have these sharks in the middle of the pyramid who are many times the traders, who create a relationship of conflict and dependency with the artisanal miners. A very important challenge is that many developing countries have given priority to giving large extensions of mineral concessions to large-scale international companies. And when they give these large extensions to large-scale companies, all the artisanal miners who have been community miners for many years automatically become illegal. And so what we want is governments and multilateral organizations to recognize the importance of creating a small mining sector in our countries, because that generates more jobs. And if it can be done correctly, it will develop local sustainable development models. One of the things that we're doing is we're working at global level with multilateral organizations such as the World Bank and with governments in different countries to show them what the benefits are, the development benefits of fair trade and promoting a responsible small-scale mining sector. We're also working, the main lessons is that the miners themselves and the NGOs and organizations working with the miners need to become more empowered, organized, knowledgeable to be able to do the lobby inside their own countries for a change in public policy and regulations. We have been working on developing the standards over the past 3 years. We still don't have a certification. We're still in the middle of trying to build that. For us, the greatest success has been the way that we have developed Standard Zero, the standards for fair trade gold, which has involved the miners on the ground and also jewelers, ethical jewelers from the developed world that want this, as well as the support organizations, the NGOs. So the participation of the miners in dialogue with the jewelers gives them a real sense of what this is for, and gives them a sense of pride of being small-scale miners that can produce responsibly. It has been a very broad consultation, participatory project where the miners have taken ownership of the process. I think that's our greatest success.